everybody talk about the last 50 years in hip hop, greatest rappers, all this, and Billboard, of course, put out their own list because, that's what gets it clicked. That's what gets people talking. That's what gets people up in arms in one way or another. That's how you create a conversation. Pretty genius, honestly. People do it all the time with lists, but the timing of it couldn't have been more perfect. People had their opinions all across the board, all across the industry. And, I have my own opinions too, but let's just check out this list. 50 greatest rappers of all time. Number 50, Rick Ross. I'm not mad at that. I don't even know if I would have him in my top 50. I'd have to really, really think about to go down that far, but I'm not entirely mad that he's there. If he's going to be on there, he would definitely be around that range. Rev Run DMC, 49. I don't know. That seems kind of low for somebody that kicked down the doors for so many of these acts that you see today. He is the definition of, he's almost single-handedly the reason why hip hop's so mainstream. I know they're a group, so I don't know. I also can't speak to his bars really. So maybe, again, I don't really know what their criteria is here. Let me check out if they got it. First to limit the rap arena to North America. Okay. So Slick Rick wasn't on this record? Really? No Slick Rick? That's a little wild. That's wild. Okay. Body of work and achievements. So success, mainstream success. Culture, impact, influence. Okay, that's a subjective thing, but some have more than most. Longevity. Okay. Lyrics and flow. So, that's some decent criteria. Let's see how well they kind of stuck to it. 48 is Mel. Like I said, I can't really speak to that one. I know, obviously, the song that everybody knows from Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, but I can't really speak much else than that. MC Light, also a little bit before my time. Can't speak to it. Jadakiss at 46. All right, bro. Off rip, they're wrong. Jadakiss at 46 is absolutely nuts. We're talking about, what did they say? They said longevity. Jada been in the game since 93, 94? Body of work. Bro, he's been on some of the biggest songs in the history of rap. Influence. Okay, maybe a little shake there. He definitely had his run in this period. I don't think he influenced any of these future generation or created his own style. But if we're talking flow and lyricism, there's not 5 rappers, 10 rappers better than him, let alone 45. Nah, that's crazy. Jadakiss at 46 is nuts. Ice-T, come on, bro. Ice-T dope, but his impact, his flow, his lyricism, man, ain't touching Jada, bro. I'm sorry. That's wild. Queen Latifah. Okay, we'll say yeah. Jada at 46 is wild, bro. Wild. Bun B up here. He was never the best flower. Didn't have the best lyricism. But he was always saying some ish. And obviously with UGK, their influence on Southern rap, Texas rap alone was huge. So influence alone, he definitely deserves to be somewhere around there. Redman. Bro, again, all these rappers above Jada, that's crazy though. But Redman, nice. 40 above Jada, hell no. But on here for sure. Started the whole didn't start, but he definitely brought the hyphen movement to, mainstream for the period that it was. Got his own flow. Very unique. Still putting out music. Yeah, all right. Yeah, 40 is crazy as well, because I don't think If we're just basing off just emceeing, okay, I can see it. He wouldn't even be top 50. If we're just doing it off a basic top 50 MCs, like actual MC rappers in hip hop, there's absolutely no shot that Dr. Dre is in the top 50. That's wild. No shot. But if we're talking about like everything else, production, influence, he top 5. Just off influence alone. Just look at the people he put on. Look at the people he produced for. Look at the whole 90s and what he did for that. Like, he top 5. We're talking about that. We're talking MCs. Like, if that is the criteria here, he not top 50. But then he does have the Chronic and Chronic 2001. Those 2 albums alone. Okay, I can maybe see it. Luda definitely deserves being there. 39 is probably a little low. He almost single-handedly like introduced me to Atlanta rap outside of like modern day kind of Atlanta rap, not Outkast, because Outkast kind of transcends any region or sound. But like the Atlanta rap that you were hearing, like now that kind of built off of what he was doing. He's the one that put me on. He a little low to me. Gucci, lyricism not there, flow okay, longevity crazy, influences absolutely nuts. But much like Dre, it's not really influence on the mic or with the rap or music. It's more just influence and finding the right artist, giving opportunities, putting him in the right positions. He's hell of a A&R, but MC, nah. Common is super low at 37, like crazy longevity, influences, but flow, lyricism, MCing ability, he another one. Hard pressed to find 10 rappers more consistent than him. Yazin Bey, probably a little low, but his output has been kind of slow, kind of dry. If he ever like put his mind to it, yeah, he'd be much higher. Future, 35. Quite honestly, probably too low. If we're talking influence alone, like he influenced this entire wave of new generation rappers between him and Wayne. Like, he is basically the blueprint for a lot of these people. So his flows are nice, the lyrics are not, but influence alone, too low. Chuck D at 34. He influenced a lot of people. It's probably too low, man. That's probably too low. Busta Rhymes. I say Busta Rhymes. He deserves to be around here, around the 30s, high 30s. T.I. same, high 30s. When he was at his peak, yeah, he was that guy. He was definitely that guy. But I don't think he really had like the longevity. People ain't really checking for him like that anymore. Lil' Kim, off the influence alone, oh yeah, this whole wave of female rappers, you can point to her and direct beeline to Cardi B, to Nicki, to everybody you see came from the Lil' Kim tree of rap. So off that alone, yeah, for sure. Longevity, nah. But she can flow, she can rap. So influence alone for sure. Lauryn Hill, okay. Influence, absolutely, because her one solo album still holds up to this day, still influences so much music that's come out. The whole swinging, rapping, like he kind of, I don't know if she pioneered it, but she definitely brought it to a new kind of level, and that people like really took notice of, like, oh, this could be a thing for real. And like I said, longevity, you can't say she had one album outside of the Fugees. Obviously she had the Fugees, but 30 might be a little high for just for the fact that she disappeared, man. She only had one album and disappeared and never seen again. Pusha T, love Push, man. But as a solo artist above Jada, T.I., Ludacris, nah, he's too high. He's definitely way too high. Black Thought is easily one of the most disrespected lyricists in hip hop, because obviously he played with like a live band, and their music wasn't just straight hip hop. It was always like a fusion of anything and everything else. But as the years have gone on, he's definitely gotten more and more recognition and appreciation for his ability as an actual rapper. They do have a large catalog, but he doesn't have any. Well, he does, but he doesn't have very much solo stuff. So I would have to knock him for that. And also have some absolutely insane freestyles and guest features. His impact, his influence on the actual culture, I don't think it's been that strong. So I would have to say he's too low. Q-Tip, too low. Off top, 27 is too low. His influence in hip hop is absolutely insane. Not only from a rapping perspective, from a production perspective, from A&R perspective. Everybody wants to work with him for a reason. Like Q-Tip, his influence in hip hop is insane. And 27 for him is insane. Like, come on, I love fun, bro. But his influence, his impact, influence on culture is not as big as Q-Tip. It's not. $26 might be a little too high for my boy. Method Man, 25. I could be alright with that. Because a lot of the time it's been spinning groups. But come on, lyrically, influence wise, flow, emceeing ability, very hard to touch that man. Very hard to touch him. Everybody knows METHOD, man. Anytime you hear that, everybody's rapping. Everybody's saying it word for a reason. So 25 might be too low for my boy too. KRS-One. Influence is crazy. Obviously, top tier rapper. It's hard for me to judge these older artists though. I'll give it to him though. Curtis Blow. Again, older artist. Influences obviously clear. Like, they were the pioneers. But there's so many artists that surpassed them. Out of respect, they're this high. But if we're talking in reality, sorry. I'd have to put them lower. Ghostface. Love Ghost. Super underrated. Right behind Method Man as one of my favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan. Has a bunch of solo stuff. I mean, he clearly influenced Action Bronson. All right, so I can deal with that. 22 is about right. DMX 21 too low. Off top, too low. Throw this whole this way. Just the fact that you have DMX at 21 is insane, bro. The only one artist ever has had 2 multi-platinum albums in the same year, #1 albums in the same year, and that is him. And he did it in the height of Jay-Z's run from New York. Bro, he did a concert at the Woodstock. A one-man concert at the Woodstock in front of like what looked like 1 million people. It shut it down. We talking influence though? Like, and we talking actual influence in rap. Bro, DMX is an icon. Like, he transcends rap. He was in movies. Bro, people knew him that didn't even know his raps. Like, 21 is crazy. 21 is absolutely wild. Like, way too low. He pushing top 10 for me. Top 10. He pushing top 10. Big Daddy Kane, again, older artist. I know them, know some of their songs. Not super familiar. Hard to argue because they're the pioneers. They're the pioneers of rap. Missy 19. Like I said, for me, my favorite female hip hop artist of all time is Missy Elliott. Transcendent, iconic, did multiple genres, had club hits, had number ones, rapped with the best dudes out there. 19 might be low. She'd be in my top 15 probably. Cube at 18. Again, bro, might be too low, man. Like, they invented gangster rap basically. Like, and he was writing for the whole group. So you could say he invented gangster rap. The original gangster rapper, Ice Cube. We're talking influence, bro. Not just music, film, TV shows, everything. Like, he paved the way. He showed the way how you can like transition into this like and full-on entertainment mogul. Bro, he gave us like one of the greatest movies of all time. Arguably the greatest black movie of all time. A lot of people would say with Friday. So we just talking influence alone. Flow is crazy. Lyricism crazy. Well, he's arguably one of the greatest writers of, you know, hip hop's history. Paved the way for so many dudes. 18 might be low. Might be low. 50. That's about right. He'd be around my like 15 range. His impact was insane. I don't think we've ever seen anybody kind of blow up the spot like he did. And I don't know if we'll ever see anybody blow up the spot like he did ever again. Went diamond on the first album. That's about right. Scarface. Love Scarface. But above 50 Cent and some of them, it's hard to argue just because of the mainstream success. For those that know. But we're talking like full-on mainstream success. I don't think he reached the same level as some of these dudes. But influence-wise, especially in the South, especially in like Texas, it was there. So I'm not mad. He could be there. Cole, 15. Cole's definitely in my... I don't know if he'd be in my top 15. I love Cole. I absolutely love J. Cole. He'd be in my top 20 for sure. Top 15? I don't think he influences that many artists. I feel like he's elite at what he does, but I don't think he's like changed the game in any particular way. He's obviously had massive success. But 15 over like some of the names that we talked about, over Cube, over 50. Nah, I can't do that. He'd probably be my top 20 though. LL 14. That's about right. He deserves respect. his influence is crazy. He crossed over maybe around the same time as Cube, but he also showed another way. He was like the first, to me, he was like the first true superstar in rap that could cross over between singing hits for the girls, singing some street stuff, singing the hard songs, like still be respected in each and every way. Lyricism was there. Yeah, he about right. Rakim. Again, I love Rakim. But we're talking success, longevity. Couldn't put him over L. Just couldn't. But I love him. But he can be around there. That's fine. All right. Here's always the thing. They always want to put Andre as like top 5, top 10, top. Right now, what they got him at? Number 12. And I love Andre 3000. But we're not gonna act like Big Boy didn't carry a lot of those early albums lyrically. Lyrically, he's nice. He is very nice when he decides to actually rap and actually decides to put out verses. They're always memorable. Everybody has to stop. The whole hip hop world stops, takes notice. Influence is crazy because he changed genres, like, and he showed dudes you can do it and still be respected in the game and still be who you are. Like one of the most unique individual rappers in all of hip hop history, for sure. But if we're really looking at it, like really looking at it, he's only had one album. One solo album. Now, if we're talking Outkast together, that's a different conversation. But if we're just talking Andre's one solo album, he's too high. Yeah, he's too low. I know it's not cool to say, to be a Ye fan these days, which I'm not outside of his music, quite honestly. But musically, you can't deny what this guy has done. His influence is absolutely insane. The amount of artists that he's put on and made big, or even artists that were already big and made even bigger, is endless. His influence on production, his influence on rap, his influence on fashion. Off of influence alone, he's top 5. If we're talking MCing, okay. He's probably even lower than this. He's got some bars, but that's not what he's known for. He's known as producing music, producing some of the best music out there. And if he's not top 10 on the rapping list or rappers list, the list don't even matter. So, too low. Like, come on, Nicki above Ye? Are you crazy? Like, really? Are y'all fucking, like, Billboard's fucking crazy. Above Ye, Nicki Minaj. How?
Sway?
How? Nicki above Ye is crazy. Nicki not top 10 rappers. Nicki's nice. Super nice. I'm not putting her above Missy. I'm not. I'm for sure not putting her above Ye. Come on, bro. Stop it. Snoop 9. Okay, I can do that. It's hard to argue. Anybody's been more successful as a persona and a rapper than him. Like, he's it. Some do. I'm cool with that. Drake number 8. Okay, I'm cool with that. Just because he hasn't been in the game that long. Well, he has been in the game. He's still young. So 8 is solid. I can do 8. Wayne 7. Depending on who you speak to, this is too low. Some people would say he's top 3, top 5 at least. But if we're really considering it, for me, you gotta put Big, Pac, Jay, Nas, M. But I would take Wayne over him. So, okay. I would say Wayne's top 5, so he's too low. He's definitely too low. Number 6 is big outside top 5. It makes no sense, bro. Like, if you put on his album to this day, you would say that is the best rapper alive. If you didn't know that he was gone. To this day, people have not been able to do what he's done. So, outside the top 5 is just pure nonsense. I'm sorry. Like I said, he'd be probably number 6 for me. Just looking in, impact is undeniable, undeniable. But a lot of that has to do clearly with his race in a genre that is super black dominated. He came in and absolutely held his own, and not only held his own, surpassed a lot of the people in front of him that came before him, that were around him. So I fully understand the impact side of things. His emceeing and lyrical ability is absolutely undeniable. But if we're like talking about the culture, like actual culture, not just, worldwide popularity, you can't be in top 5. You just can't. Number 6 though, I can put him at 6. Pac at 4. If we're talking impact and influence, like I don't think there's been any rapper more influential than Tupac. To this day, people still speak about him like he's alive. To this day, you can go in any corner of the planet and find somebody talking about Tupac, listening to Tupac, wearing a shirt with Tupac. Like, so for me, he's my number 1 off rip. He's my favorite rapper of all time. But for me, at least top 3. At least his influence is crazy. Number 3, Nas. I can live with that. Nas is my favorite actual lyricist, like MC rapping, pure MC rapping ability. Nas is number 1 for me when it comes to that. But impact and influence, not as strong as some of the others out here. Longevity is crazy. He's still 30. What is he, like 30 years in? And he just put out like a number 1 album. So longevity is there. Top 3, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that one. Kendrick, I love Kendrick. Kendrick is my favorite artist probably out right now, but number 2 is entirely too high. He does have a couple classic albums under his belt. Wholly unique. He's going to go down as one of the greatest rappers of all time. But as of right now, at this point in his career, number 2, entirely too high. He's top 10, but he's not in the top 5 right now. I can't be mad at it. I wouldn't put him at number 1, but I can't be mad at it because the things he's been able to accomplish over his career are absolutely insane, unprecedented. Like, he's the most successful rapper of all time. Let's just put it that way. In all genres, all fields of being an entertainer, being an MC, lyricism is there, flow is there, hits are there, success is there. But there's always just something that doesn't feel right putting him at number 1. But I'm not mad at it. So, that was their top 50 list. It wasn't the worst list. Their criteria, I don't think they really stuck to it as much as they should have. I think putting Kendrick number 2 is entirely too early to say that. There's definitely some kind of head scratchers in terms of positioning. I can see why some people would be a little upset. But overall, it's actually not that bad of a list. Like, if somebody told me this, that was like a friend, like, I wouldn't be too mad at it. Like, all right, like, you hit most of the points. Like, you hit what you're supposed to. Ordering could be different depending on your preferences. Overall, I think it's actually a pretty decent list for organizations like Billboard, who's not a hip hop entity. It was a great conversation starter though. It was clearly the reason why they put this out there. And it did its job. It had everybody talking, had everybody up in arms, getting their panties in a bunch, but I'm not mad at it. Not a bad list.